Greetings. Today is March 21st, 2021. I'm Rick Jordan. Welcome to Talk Thing number 4, starting a series. In fact, I think this is going to be my beat during these times together. This is Talk Thing number 4, Anxiety Part A. It occurs to me that I'm going to need to Google search how to develop a matrix chart of some kind. Hey, thank you in advance for clicking below this video the like icon if you do like what's happening here, sharing this video, especially as we dig into anxiety, sharing it with other people. By the way, when I say I'm starting a series on anxiety, I don't mean by that if you don't have enough anxiety or if you want your anxiety to be higher, I'm here for you. Really, I hope the opposite happens. So share if you are so led, and then click subscribe if you want to subscribe to this channel. I'm not promoting myself. My understanding is when you click like that, it helps me with like YouTube corporate. I also have a Patreon page for those of you who like what's happening here and you really want to help me practically and financially, and you are. Thank you so much, and thank you to those of you who have contacted me directly about just sending a check or something. You're making a difference, and I want you to know that. All right, Talk Thing number 4, Anxiety Part A. Psalm 94. Psalm 94 is anonymous. You know, a lot of the Psalms are attributed to the shepherd king David. This one is anonymous. There is a superscription. You can find it. Yeah, superscription. You can find that, like in the Passion Translation, they call it a Wednesday psalm, which simply means that the ancient Levite worship leaders slotted it for people to sing as part of worship on Wednesday. I challenge you to look it up in a Bible or on Bible Gateway and just start singing and see what happens. It's like so many other psalms, and the psalmists are like that person on the highway who is jumping lanes without using turn signals, that person. And so this psalmist starts by venting. And the psalm is about corrupt, toxic political leaders who use their position to take advantage of and oppress people. So much for the Bible being obsolete and irrelevant. And so the psalmist starts by saying, God, what are you going to do about those corrupt and toxic leaders? And when are you going to do something? And then the psalmist starts talking to these political leaders, jumping lanes, no turn signals. And then all of a sudden, the psalmist is talking about himself and God. And I pick up in verse 17. And this is kind of in the form of a prayer. It goes like this. Without the Lord as my help, I would never make it. My soul would quickly descend to the land where death silences every voice. When my heart screams, I am slipping or I am doomed, your fiery and unfailing love, Lord, holds me up and steadies me. When I am upset and crazy inside my head with anxious thoughts or doubts multiplying, the soothing comfort of your presence calms my soul, and becomes my security. I'm glad the psalmist jumped into that lane. It helps me a lot. If you have watched some of these other talks, you know that I'm being really, really transparent. I have absolutely nothing to hide. And so real briefly, I want to talk about anxiety and me. Anxiety and I go way, 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 way back. In fact, my imagination has been running around with its hair on fire for as long as I can remember. I've had high anxiety, or high anxiety has had me, and over the years it's taken a lot of different forms, unfortunate forms. You know how that works. You've seen it, or maybe you've lived it. January 15th, 2015, a woman accidentally hit my car with her van. I suffered multiple concussions, changed everything. It greatly increased my anxiety and put me in a category of insomnia that is called chronic sleep deprivation. I was pastoring at the time. I had to retire once for health and family reasons. I stepped back in, and then December 11th, 2020, on a Friday evening, while pastoring, I had a complete emotional, mental, physical breakdown. And it all tracks back to those concussions, but further back. The concussions simply removed the bumpers, the boundaries, and so I've been a mess since December 11th, and yeah, I'm going to be extremely honest. These days, some are good, some are bad. Nights right now are worse than days. Days are manageable. Nights are brutal. I'm going into this much detail. Please, not about me. I want you to understand, I'm not talking to you from here. Maybe I'm talking to you from here. Maybe I'm talking to you from here. And I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I have absolutely nothing to hide. But I think we're all in this together, and a lot of people are suffering from anxiety. I want to give you a word picture. I want you to imagine that you're in a swimming pool. In the shallow end, your feet are touching bottom, and you have a beach ball. It's inflated. And so you push it down so that it's beneath the surface. What is that like for you? Now, add a second beach ball. How's it going? Maybe on the surface of the water, you look like everybody else, but you're stressing below the surface. So let's add another inflated beach ball, number 3. And now let's move you from the shallow end to the deep end, where you can't touch, so that you are dog paddling. Is that what it's called? Your feet are everything in you is moving. And now, on the surface of the water, people can tell. And how long until the beach balls jump up to the surface, right? How long? That's what happened to me on Friday evening, December 11th. And that's what high anxiety is like. Once again, Psalm 94, 17 through 19. Because scriptures like these are my sanity, my survival. I've memorized this one, but you still might see me cheating and looking as I pray it, as I say it to you. But let's go through it again. In fact, I'm going to put it on the bottom of this video for you. And when I share it on YouTube, I'll also put this verse. So here we go again. Without the Lord as my help, I would never make it. My soul would quickly descend to the land where death silences every voice. When my heart screams, I am slipping or I am doomed, your fiery and unfailing love, Lord, holds me up and steadies me. When I am upset and crazy inside my head with anxious thoughts or doubts multiplying, the soothing comfort of your presence calms my soul and becomes my security. When I pray that, I can feel myself kind of coming down. I want that to be the effect on you. It's mystical, this passage, and mysticism can be really frustrating. Mysticism is not renowned for practicalities, for handles, you know. So I don't have those to offer you in this talk, but they're coming in subsequent talks about anxiety. We're going to have so many handles, so many stepping places, but not this one, okay? Here's what I know. When I'm at my worst, when my anxiety has me and I'm way, way up there, I experience God like I experience God at no other time. In the middle of the night, whenever, I experience God inside the anxiety, holding me. So when I have anxiety, God has me. If this is jumping your needle, if you can identify it all, I commend this prayer to you, and that's as far as we'll go in this talk. I commend this to you, and I'm even praying that it helps. Grace and peace to you.